Hello, hello. It's Thursday. It's Jacqueline. I'm in my kitchen. I'll just wait for a minute or two for a couple people to pop on. I notice I'm actually on 1 minute early, according to that. But if I look on my clock, how many of you have had that issue where none of the different things in your house are the same time? I mean, you can set that for 3 o'clock, but by the time you set the next one, it's 3:01. You know what I'm talking about, right? Anyway, let's get started with today's cooking class. It is officially 3 o'clock according to my phone, which is on digital, so it's probably the correct time. Anyway, I'm super excited that you're back here to pop in and see what I've got cooking or brewing in the kitchen today. And I had to do a little bit of things in advance today. I wanted to showcase a product that I honestly will tell you, I sort of lost it in the catalog. It's right at the very beginning of our summer catalog, and it's called the Cajun chicken stew. Okay, so I opened it up and I tasted it, and I'm gonna tell you, I am so sad because this is leaving the line. Yes, just today they announced the vault list. The current catalog that we're playing in right now is going to be leaving us at the very beginning of October. October 3rd is our final day. But in the meantime, we have products that are leaving that are on the vault list while supplies last. And this is one of them. And I am so sad that I didn't really give it a go. So I'm gonna show you how amazing this is today. Hey Pam, nice to see you. So, as you can see, I'm trying to save you guys a lot of money on the grocery bills, and you've probably noticed that there is zucchini everywhere, right? Zucchini is very inexpensive. Well, it should be, because believe it or not, 95% of it is liquid. So if you're looking for getting healthier with their Epic Life Challenge, which I will remind you, please join. I got an inside track that there's going to be some special perks for maybe joining the Epic Life Challenge, and it costs you nothing. Costs you nothing. So I'll make sure that I drop the link in here. You will want to make sure you register for the challenge, okay? Plus, if you actually lean into that, you'll actually be able to have a chance of I think it's over $9,000 worth of prizes. That's pretty lucrative. Okay, so let's get started. That's what you came here for. Hey, Suzette, nice to see you. All right, so guys, with zucchini here, I thought what we do is zucchini boats. So right off the top, this is very cost effective, and size does matter when you're buying zucchini. You do not want these big monstrous zucchinis. For those ones, you might want to slice, but for boats, we want a nice size. And if you are picking and choosing your zucchini, look for ones that are straighter and flatter, because you need to be able to have them set flat on your baking sheet. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my ceramic knife, and I like just scoring it a bit. Don't poke this all the way through. So be careful, don't hurt yourself. I like making sure that I cut the ends at each side. So that's a starting point, because what I want to make sure that I do is that I have a wall for my stuffing to stay inside. And I find if I use the ceramic knife, it works perfectly. So this is our ceramic knife. You'll love it. Then I'm going to take our small, I believe this is 2 tablespoons. It's called the Perfect Pro Scoop. And I'm just going to now dig in, and I'm going to just scoop this out. Now you'll want to take it out in bits and pieces, and you're not throwing this away at all. You're going to actually use it. I'm sure there's vitamins in there. Actually, speaking of vitamins, did you know that zucchini actually has more potassium in it than a banana? Seriously, why do we buy vitamins when we can literally eat our way to health? All that money that people spend. Not saying that there's anything bad. How many of you take vitamins on a daily basis? You You can give me a thumbs up. Okay, so I have basically cut my zucchini up. So hollowed it out. Does it look like a boat? It could. And what we're going to do, while I've still got it here, I'm going to salt it. Now, this is our salt grinder, and when you purchase it, it actually has salt inside it. There is a change up here that you can make. It's got a little twist, and as you twist it, it lifts up higher. So you can have really big granules of salt, but if you turn it down, it's going to be really fine. So I'm going to get you to turn it down, down, down. Now, if you're finding that it's tight, chances are there might be a granule that's stuck in there. So give it a little bit of a twist, and then now it's super, super fine. And you're going to just put a little bit of salt on here. We know we don't want to get hypertension in our bodies, but we're going to let this sweat. Now, that one I just did, but just to give you an idea, can you see how shiny that is? And actually, let me grab a paper towel here. Literally, watch this. It is dripping wet. We want to try to sweat out as much as we can out of our zucchini. So if you have a paper towel or a clean cloth, just make sure after you let it sweat for a few minutes in the salt that you dab it. We want to make sure our boats, and I just salted that one. You can already see it's glistening. We're gonna dab that as well. Okay, so now for our insides, I'll just get that off there. I am literally going to just chop this up. We're not going to waste anything here. And we are going to add this to our inside, the stuffing that we're putting inside our zucchini. Now, and we do want to cook this in the saute pan, and here's how come. Remember I said about 95% of your zucchini is liquid, so we want to get that liquid out. Okay, so I'm gonna slide my little hidden thing over here over. Give me a second, I wanna keep this warm and turn that off. Okay, so I've already started something, and I'm sure you can see on the side here that I have got the saute pan cooking. What am I filling it with? Well, this is our easy peasy bolognese sauce. And this actually is a pea protein. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything to cook in the house, this is a vegan protein, and it is tasty. If you've been buying those better than beef products, read the ingredients, because I'm gonna read you these ones and you're gonna see why you're gonna wanna order this. Ingredients: pea protein, inactive nutritional yeast, that's good for you. Of course, in that is vitamin 12, vitamin B6, thiamine, riboflavin. We've got folic acid, niacin, zinc. Then we've added a little bit of organic coconut palm sugar, onion, salt, garlic, celery, black pepper, and basil, guys. Delicious. Now, it requires a few basic things. What I did is I put in the leftover of my zucchini, and I sauteed that with onion. How did I do my onion? Well, I wanted to cook this up fairly quickly. Let's just slide this off to the side because I'm going to use this later. Of course, I'm going to use my mandolin. This is the 4-in-1 mandolin. I've got the blade that dices and slices all at the same time. And I basically cut up my onion. I also put inside here some celery if you've got it. Just use what you've got in the kitchen. I want to focus on, this is our Y peeler. Handy to have when we're at harvest time. If you don't have a good peeler, this is effortless how nice this actually peels. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to put it on the mandolin as well, because I want to get supper on the table relatively quickly. And this does take a little bit of time simmering. So you can again get your mandolin and you can just slice these up to little chunks. If you prefer to use a knife, certainly go ahead. Okay, you get the idea. All right, so then I literally threw in, what did I throw in? A package, the entire package of the Cajun chicken stew. Now I'm thinking, and maybe it's just my imagination, but one of the reasons people might have been avoiding it, it was because I missed it in the catalog. It's right at the very front of the page and it just sort of got lost. I think people might have thought it was hot. I have added this to this easy peasy. It's now been sitting here simmering for about 15 minutes. You'll know by my facial expression how hot it is. I mean, it's hot as in heat wise, but let's see how spicy. Delicious. Seriously good. I'm ordering it. It's on the vault list. I promise you, you're gonna love it. Now, I do have a little bit of a spicier palate, but I absolutely love it. If you're serving it to kids though, I don't know, maybe you want to put half a package in, but I think you'd lose some flavor. The flavor is amazing. Okay, so just saying, grab it while it's here. Okay, I had salted this. I dabbed them already. They're still sweating. Okay, so I've got my oven at 425 degrees. Now, because I've already cooked my meat or my pea protein, and I've got the flavor already in here, and the onion and the carrot and the celery have cooked, it's just a matter of putting this inside our boats that we've made. Give me a second, I'm just gonna create some room here for myself. All right, and I don't know, I'm gonna use a couple spoons. What we're gonna want to do is make sure that well, you wanna have them filled, but you don't want them heaping so much that when they cook, they might ooze over and make a bit of a mess. But of course, because we have our liner in the bottom of our baking sheet, it's not like it's going to require us spending a whole bunch of time in the kitchen working on that, cleaning it up. Super easy. Oh my gosh, guys, I wish you were here to taste this. Cajun chicken stew. Cajun chicken stew. Grab it. Who's tried it? Has anyone tried the Cajun chicken stew? I made it at the beginning of the season. Who's made it? Anyone made it? I'm waiting. Let me know if you've made the Cajun chicken stew. And you can see it makes a lot. And of course, that's the beautiful thing about Epicure. You cook once and eat twice. In this case, I know for Dawn and I, we're gonna have lots of leftovers. So you can use this in a casserole. You can freeze it up for another day. But honestly, it will go a long way. So very cost effective. Look at how much I still have left. Oodles. Okay, so we've got, turn everything off here. We've got our boats ready. What are we gonna add on top? Let me pull this back again. We're gonna add a little bit of cheese. Of course, everything goes better with cheese. Let me tell you a little bit about bolognese. Who knows a little bit about bolognese? Bolognese, here's a fun food fact, and just so you know, I've got this cooking in the oven already. I've already done the TV version, so stay tuned. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Bolognese actually goes back to the 18th century. Yes, it actually appeared in a book, I believe, in a recipe book in 1861. That is like forever, which is like reinventing itself, right? Because we're just redoing something differently here today. And speaking of reinventing, we have, if you're ready for this, we are celebrating our 25th anniversary with 25% off 25 of our items. So I want you to make sure you go into my website, jacquelinemcgrath.epicure.com, and go check out the sale items. There are some really good deals. Like some of our summer items are going to be leaving us. I'm sad, like Montreal chicken, Montreal steak, but it's a great way for you to save a lot of money as well, right? So take advantage. I know we've got consultants on here. It's one of the perks of being a consultant, that you get to get your product wholesale. So grab it, because you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of green onion here. Tell you some more fun food facts. Now, bolognese in Italy never gets served on spaghetti. How many of you have had bolognese served over spaghetti? Oh my gosh, that is a no-no, apparently in Italy. In Italy, you have to serve your bolognese with a flat ribbon noodle. I'm gonna butcher this. My assistant was helping me with this. Tagliatelle. I hope I said that right. She'll give me a thumbs up maybe. Anyway, that's what they normally serve it on. So when Italians leave and they go check out areas around the world and they see bolognese on spaghetti, it's like, oh my gosh, that is horrible. That is not Italian. So they probably not appreciate that I've done this with easy peasy, but I did. And I like breaking rules all the time. So we are now going to, as you can see, doesn't this look good already? Thumbs up. Would you make it? It's super easy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in my 425 degree oven for about 7 minutes. All we need to do is really melt the cheese and get our zucchini cooking. And zucchini is hollowed out. It's not gonna take any time at all. 1 second, let me pull out the TV version and get this into the oven. I guess you know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Okay, so this is the cooked version. Is this not absolutely delicious? So what you can do is just serve this on a plate. Of course, it's got the pea protein. It's got your veggies. It's basically a meal right there. But if you wanted to serve it with a little salad, it would be perfectly balanced. Of course, it's gonna taste absolutely amazing. And as I mentioned, if you were avoiding it because you thought, oh my gosh, it's probably too spicy, I'm gonna tell you, it's not. I don't wanna take a full mouthful, but let me just give it a try. 7 minutes, perfect amount of time. So there you are, easy peasy bolognese. It's not served on spaghetti. I did it on zucchini. I hope you guys enjoyed the cooking class today. Super easy. Please do yourself a huge favor. Cajun chicken stew. Cajun chicken stew. Check out our discounts. And remember, we've got our current catalog has the summer items that are leaving us. It's while supplies last, so go check it out. And make sure you grab some of those discounted items while they're here. It's while supplies last or until October 3rd. So time is running out. Good luck, everyone. And remember, if you place a $60 order, there's a little perk for you. Take care and thanks for popping in. We will see you again soon. And I see Shella's on here. Shella, if you want to come over and try this, you certainly can. I've got 4 more in the oven. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.